This week I am back in Arizona in the beautiful White Mountains hunting elk with my good friend Dewayne. Here's a few snippets of what we have experienced so far. Hope you guys enjoyed that. There will be a full-length feature film of this hunt. This is Dewayne's first time hunting the White Mountains, and he brought his grandson who had never even heard an elk bugle until this trip. So it's a pretty special experience to bring my friend Dewayne and his grandson out here and to be able to show them this place. And I feel like they could truly appreciate it. But I wanted to show you guys a little behind the scenes of a couple bulls that have been taken this week. There's some massive bulls out here. So these are a couple bulls that were taken the beginning of this week. This bottom one is a management bull. So that's the hunt B-Mac and Casey have done. And then two of their trophy class bulls. Just really heavy red bulls. Black antlers, big old fifths and swords. Big old fronts. Just some really nice elk. And like I said, there will be a full-length feature film of my hunt out here with Dewayne. And then there will also be B-Mac's management bull elk hunt and Casey's management bull elk hunt from earlier this month. So keep an eye out for those. We will be announcing when we are going to be dropping those feature films here shortly. But remember, guys, we have a goal to hit 500,000 subscribers. And once we hit 500,000 subscribers, we are giving away $5,000 to 5 lucky subscribers. So make sure you hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
Welcome back to Behind the Season, guys. I have just made it off the mountain with Gage's elk hunt. Super fun. I'm sure you guys saw the vlog as Casey and Gage and myself got ready for that hunt. Successful hunt. We're so excited to drop all the best season yet videos this year, which, by the way, these Wednesday vlogs or behind the season, they're just kind of keeping you guys updated and current. So don't forget, Sunday films are coming soon. On a new hunt, the next adventure, we had just enough time to kind of come down and regroup. Hubs is behind the camera again, and I'm going deer hunting with my buddy Chuck. He invited me to hunt his private property, and it's a management hunt. So we're actually going to meet him at his house, and he said we can kind of show you guys some of his trophies that he's taken from this property and give you an idea of what we're looking for. Check out some of these trophies.
So Hubs has a challenge, and we're going to see if you guys can guess which deer in here is the oldest buck. So we have this deer is like a 170 buck, this is like a 150, 160. This deer was 215, 190. 205 and 150. This deer was tooth-aged at 7.5. This one was 5. This one was 5. This one was 6. This one was 7.5, and this one was 4. So literally the smallest two deer in here.
The oldest?
Yeah, and so what Eric's hunt is basically we're not going to find like super bad deer, but we're going to find old bucks that just aren't huge.
Yeah, so Chuck called me a few months ago. He's like, hey, did you get a tag in Utah for deer? And it's probably one of very few years that I never had just like a general season tag in Utah. Would you want to come shoot a management buck on the CWMU? So what that is called a Cooperative Wildlife Management Unit. So it's private property that is large enough in acreage that it can, the landowner could submit to be in the CWMU program, and then the state will allocate, a certain amount of tags based off its land, and maybe biologists will come out and take a look at the land and issue you deer tags. So I have a CWMU tag through Chuck, and he said, come shoot management bucks. So what he's doing is he's trying to grow, and he's successful at it, as you can see, giant mule deer bucks with great genetics on the property up there. But with the chance to shoot a management buck, I would assume we're really targeting older age class deer with bad genetics,
Yes.
which Chuck's going to be the one to be like decision maker, like Eric, you can or cannot shoot that deer based on age and genetics.
Yeah, so basically I kind of break it down into 3 categories. Deer that are going to be big, so like baby 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then management deer, I mean, we've killed tons and tons of like 5 and 6 year old 2 points. They're like still 2 points, but they're like
They're never going to be anything.
mature
They're
bucks.
never going to become a big frame.
And then there's these old deer that they've just lived up there and they've never been bigger than that, and that's kind of what we're going after on this hunt. So this is
2018.
a perfect example of what we don't want to shoot. This was this buck at age 3. So he had this set of horns, then 2 sets of horns, and then that set. And so we really do not want to shoot deer like that.
So when you saw this deer, you're like, oh yeah, that's a young buck with a great frame.
So I actually seen him the 2 years before. So I seen this buck since he was a yearling, because he was like this big, and he was a 4 point, and he had a little kicker off to one side.
Yeah, if you saw that deer, you might even, for someone who is maybe novice, even myself, I'm not an expert, I'd be like, I don't know if he's got the potential to have really deep forks.
And then his back end just turned giant.
Yeah, super deep forks, long G2s, and extremely impressive G3s, which he carried that cheater at least this year and that year, but man, he grew big time. He had the fronts to be a giant.
Something too that a lot of people always look at is this deer here is not old, and check out the mass.
Yeah, you would look at that and be like, look at the bases, that's an old buck.
And then the deer right next to it is old and just doesn't have mass.
This is the first rifle hunt of the year for me. I took my Weatherby 300 to the rifle range yesterday and shot at 300 yards. Grouping pretty solid for shooting off, sandbag and whatnot. But if we have time tonight, we'll get on the hill and we'll be able to, start looking for some of these bucks. Should be a good time, hanging out with buddies, being outdoors. Definitely wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to go hunt deer and hang out with Chuck and you guys. So thank you guys for just having me. Hi guys, we are at Maverick, Adventure's first stop, and we're getting ice for the cooler because it is pretty dang hot. Down here in central Utah, I bet the days are still right around 80 degrees. Up on the mountain's not going to be much cooler because we're not going in elevation. So we got the YETI cooler in case we get a buck, which I'm assuming we'll get opportunity on this hunt. We're going to fill up the YETI with ice. Pro tip, I'm sure plenty of people do this already, but just to let this breathe, I always take out the drain plug. So you don't lose it, you throw it inside. So that's been able to get some air, and that way it doesn't get all stuffy and stinky. But maybe 3 or 4 bags of ice, some cold drinks, and we'll be on the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Bunk bed or what?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2. Yeah, so 2 bunks here. That can probably fold out and be like a small bed, huh?
Yep.
Sweet little rig. Dude, this is nice.
Just watch out.
This is different.
Watch out for that mouse trap.
You got them in here?
No, but I want to make sure here catch.
This is luxury, guys. We got the private land access. We got the freaking RV side by side. We got the truck that chopped off top.
Hopefully next time you come up, I'll have a little like 18 by 20 cabin.
Are you gonna build right here?
Not here, but down in the bottom.
Yeah.
I just want to build like a super small one.
That'd be fun. The top is cool though, being camped up on top with the view.
This is like my favorite camp spot. Just late in the year, so it's hard to get here. So
Just because the roads get bad?
yeah, all the mud.
Man, it's pretty up here. All the leaves are changing. Might be an elk or two around. We might hear a bugle.
Maybe. What is your job, Nash? Have we
He's an
introduced
yeah,
you
he's
to
an entertainer.
Little Nashty?
No, I don't know this guy.
Okay, come in here.
Little Nasty?
Nashty.
Nashty, because
Yes.
you're Nash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Nash.
Good to meet you.
Eric. So you run this program or what?
Something like that.
Yeah. You got all the intel on where the bucks are?
More like where the tree branches are.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I let him guide you. He's pretty good. He helps me out a lot, so.
Cool. Well, it's gonna be a fun camp. It's gonna be fun, huh?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You're on YouTube, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No,
dude,
I'm
come
not.
on.
You're gonna be.
Guys, we made it to camp. This is a pretty sweet setup. Chuck's got the striker camper up here, and we slept in it last night. We went out for a morning hunt. It was pretty slow. It was like 80 something degrees today up here today, so we kind of been taking the afternoon to relax and run a couple errands. But wanted to introduce you guys, everybody, to the vlog. So we've got Chuck. What year did we meet? Was that?
I think
2016.
my dog went up to his camp and ate his breakfast food or his steaks or something.
I remember
like
I had the
that.
jumping jack. I was about getting
Yeah.
ready to pop it up, or maybe I just popped it up. This dog ran in my camp, and I was like, where the heck did this thing come from? And then they came down and introduced, and we've been friends since.
Yeah.
But we got Garrett. Garrett's working with Chuck. He's also doing video content, capturing digital assets.
Yeah, as much as possible.
So the YouTube channel is Nebo Mountain 24.
Yes.
Yep.
Dude, it's so crazy that it's 24 because that's my favorite number.
Oh, nice.
It's because we were thinking about you. When we
I
were
know.
doing
Well,
it,
do you
so-
know why it's 24?
Baseball.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Hmm.
And then we got Nash. He doesn't say much, but he's probably the most important puzzle piece to this puzzle.
I don't know about
He's
that.
got all the big bucks figured out. So like Chuck said at his house, we're shooting management deer, and he's continued to show me some of the bucks that he says qualify. And there's one specific buck that they call Curly. His G2s and 3s
Yeah, they
kind of
like
come
curling.
inside.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this deer like that would be one of my favorite deer ever harvested. It's a perfect typical 4x4 with eye guards.
It's just an old buck, and it's not huge, but it's a buck that's gonna die in the next year or 2 or 3. And I don't think he'll grow a bunch more, but he is a sweet buck. So
He's a cool buck. So we're gonna go to where he's been living. These guys have seen him throughout the scouting. He's rubbed his velvet there. He's pretty much calling this basin, you know, one side or the other of this basin his home turf. So we're gonna go check that out tonight. I wanted to update you guys on the vlog. When we come back, we're cooking dinner. Chuck's wife Megan, I'll introduce you guys to her later. She's cooking dinner tonight. I think it was Navajo tacos, but for now we have about 2 hours left of shooting light. We're gonna make a quick move to the basin and see if we can get this done. But welcome to camp.
We tried some jerky the other day.
right in the face.
Right in the face.
Get her.
You gotta bring her distance. Get in.
Ow! I scratched me. Again.
We got
Can I be done?
Chuck's wife made us Navajo tacos.
15 days on this year.
We got these scones.
15 days of the yard. Oh.
Way good.
And to be out.
Top it with looks like some burger and beans, olives, guac, salsa, cheese, and lettuce. So make like a big old Navajo taco. She just recommended you break them apart because it's easier to eat with plastic forks. We're watching some old school muley hunting DVD. For you guys that know Muley Crazy DVD.
You
I
back.
grew up watching it.
Oh, keep my phone.
About 2 days.
This is
Just
wild.
motivated for the deer.
That's kind of bucks we're looking for, dude.
drives all day, and then I don't know how you did it all. I slept most of the time.
Well, it's the second day that we've been up here on the CWMU, and we're heading down. We're heading off this mountain because I'm tagged out. So we got the buck. We got one of the bucks that we were after. I don't want to spoil the beans. This is the first time I was ever able to shoot a deer and get it off the mountain full body. So we got some ice inside its chest cavity, but we're racing it to the butcher, and we're going to take care of it there. But fun hunt. I really want to say thanks to Chuck and his entire family and his friends. We had a good time. And again, like I said before, like usually I'm always the guy on the public looking over at private, wishing you can have a chance to hunt that ground, and this is the first chance for me to do something like that. So I'm super thankful for those guys, and just thankful for all the friendships that we've got. So that's the update for me. Again, guys, Sunday films, they're coming soon, so the entire hunt films will be dropping each Sunday. So once they drop, the whole season's gonna follow suit. So stick with us, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As always, check out the Hush merch, gethushin.com, and check out our mobile app. All those important links are in our description box. Later.
Duck nugget, one of the most delicious wild game there is. You guys want to know how to make it? Come with us.
A while back.
You like it?
Yeah, there's like
What do we got going on there, big dog?
Well, guys, we just got to our duck spot. I'm just gearing up, and we're gonna head over and shoot some ducks.
What is today?
Today's the youth opener, so that means me, Zayden, and Winston can all shoot some ducks today.
So today is youth duck opener here in the state of Idaho, September 28th. This is I believe year number 4 that me and Kevin have brought the boys out on the youth opener. A lot of history here. We've had a lot of fun. We've shot a few ducks. This is this guy's 3rd year being able to actually hunt. You got boots on yet, bud? We need to get them boots on and go get some decoys set. That's a sick dance. I think those waders might be a little small for you now.
Yeah, can you help me with them?
Get your boots on and I'll help you. Winston, what do you think the prediction is for today?
7 apiece.
7 what?
7 ducks. No, actually,
Like you're gonna see
5
7 ducks? You're gonna
5
shoot
ducks.
7 ducks.
2 geese.
Are you gonna shoot 7 ducks or see 7 ducks?
Shoot 7 ducks.
You're gonna hit them or just shoot at them?
Are you serious?
Man, you have a lot of confidence, dude.
Bro, I'm gonna wreck these fools.
You're gonna wreck these fools.
These fools.
Oh yeah? What's your prediction on the day?
Probably gonna shoot 3 or 4 ducks out of all 3 of those, and then we can get all of our limits in an hour, probably. Something light today. No, it's our first day out, so we're just trying to have some fun, but also get the work done.
Zayden, can you give me a serious answer here? What's your prediction for the morning? What's it gonna bring?
I think we're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot a lot.
I like how you bring it back down to planet Earth here. We're gonna go through a lot of ammunition. we're gonna make those shotguns go bang, and we're gonna laugh about it.
Yeah.
See, it's a true honesty right there.
We're here to get our money's worth. Just think it works.
Alright boys, you know, the annual ritual, we eat good in the blind. Okay, so I've got mountain berry granola, which I heard if you warm up, it's good. I've got peach cobbler, great breakfast.
Very good.
Mountain berry cobbler,
My favorite.
and I've got
I got that.
2 biscuits and gravies.
I'm taking one of those.
Okay, I'm gonna make these 2 up. You guys can share them, and then you guys want some mountain berry cobbler?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, there's 7 minutes until shooting light. Unfortunately, we've just already heard 3 shots. That's probably the easiest rule to follow. One of the easiest.
Yeah.
Do not shoot before shooting light. Illegal, it's not fair. You can't see what you're shooting at. Every year we come out here, we hear shots like well before shooting light, which is sad, but guys, that's an easy one. You can literally look up the exact time for every day you're gonna be out in the woods, what time you can legally shoot. Just look it up. Take 2 seconds to look that up. Anyway, shooting light today is 6:54. It's about 6:48 right now. So we're gonna try to get some breakfast in us before the ducks start flying. But boys have put the decoys out, built us a blind.
It's blind.
Ready to rip. Whoa, what do we got here?
Dude, these are the chairs I was telling you about. Watch this.
What do we got going on? That's nice. You brought me and Kevin chairs.
I want a chair.
Oh,
Dude,
good song
that's
right there.
sick.
Bringing your dad and your buddy chairs.
Casey, to your right, middle.
Good boy, Oz. Good boy, Oz. Oz. Nice job, boys. Right there. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Oz.
Let's go make some duck nuggies. Now that we killed our ducks, we gotta pluck them and cut them.
Well, guys, after you have them cleaned and cut to your liking, most important part is your seasoning. This is what we like to use. We like to use our Rocky Mountain Ranch and our garlic butter herb. We're just gonna put them in this flour, and we're gonna flour egg flour.
Blink.
Folks at home, look at this meal. We got duck nuggets with a little bit of barbecue sauce. We got some fresh corn from our farmer's market. Crazy corn, Mexican crazy corn. And we got these potatoes that we picked in the field that we were hunting today. We made them into some nice French fries. Look at that. Dude, we're like real chefs today. That's crazy. Look at all that.
Bam.
Bam, what? Look at that.
Go kill some ducks, make duck nuggets, right?
Go Hushin. Wait, hold on, let me.
How's the duck nugget?
They're so good. Everybody's always like, I don't like duck. Gage likes duck.
It is a duck. You got
I'm
a
a
duck
duck.
on your shirt.
Yeah.